just opposite the entrance to John F. Kennedy Arboretum, about 7 miles south of New Ross on the northern end of the Hook Peninsula. It'll bring you to, just up there, it's 3 kilometres or 2 miles to the peak. Slievecoiltia at 271 metres in elevation, which is the highest point of the Hook Peninsula. So we'll just go through these gates. As you probably saw, we've got to climb through. Stuck! My backpack getting stuck there. So you can see the gates are locked and they have every reason to stop the unruly element coming here at night. You can see the opening and closing times of it all. I tried to drive up here, but I met the park ranger and he informed me that it closes 1 hour before the official closing time. He was friendly enough anyway. He explained to me about the unruly element which finds its way to the top of the hill if they kept that gate open. So in front of us you have that lovely slither of evening light forming an archway, that canopy there in front of us, as we have that 3 kilometre or 2 mile trek in front of us, and I'm hoping for amazing views as well. It was expected to be very cloudy as well today, so I've been blessed. I can't complain at all at that. Oh, look at that. I'm just loving the light shining and glistening on those birch trees to the side. And I've said many times before, you can't beat gorgeous golden evening light. So the thing I've discovered about Slievecoiltia, it's popular with hill walkers, with thousands of people climbing the mountain every year. The road leads to a viewpoint on the summit, and it's also accessible by car, and I did try to drive up just to have a gander at first. Then I would have driven down and walked it because I love the challenge. So starting from the viewpoint is a 1.3 kilometre or just under a mile circular trail that is also suitable for inexperienced walkers. So anyone can do this from the cradle to the grave. Well, not so much to that extreme, but you know what I'm on about. And so just look at those trees there. There's some information about them. And the first tree of this memorial grove was planted by President P.J. Hillary on the 1st of December 1989. And I wonder who P.J. Hillary is the president of. If anyone knows, drop me a comment below with the info. This is too unusual to find gardens as such on hikes up hills, but this is the Robert Emmett Memorial Garden. So let's have a look inside it whilst we're here. And it's very small. There's a plaque just at the bottom there. 1803 to 2003, Garden of Remembrance to proudly honour Robert Emmett, Thomas Russell and comrades who sacrificed their lives for liberty, equality and fraternity. And here's something else to look out for. It's called the Croppy Grove, and it's almost in a formation of like an orchard as such. Some info there. So it's another memorial, I guess. You can read it in your own time, so hit pause. So, I actually think this is part of the JFK Arboretum. Yeah, the clues are there, and I've made my assumption. So if I'm wrong, you can tell me. And just looking back, I see this road sign, but I think I'm travelling faster than 5 kilometres per hour. So, I hope that there's no law enforcement agencies up there, otherwise I'm in trouble. I've just gone around a sharp bend to the left now, and here's another one of those let there be light moments. Geez, that sun is hotter than it actually feels, and I weren't expecting it at all. So I think the temperature is probably in the upper teens. That's my estimate without checking it, but I can't have wished on a better evening like this, because I did think it was going to be miserable, but I was blessed. I've had to put my shades on now because the light was too harsh, but just look at that. There's an amazing view now to my left into the distance, and that's looking south over the Hook Peninsula, and you can see the curve of the River Barrow with what looks like a lake towards the centre of the frame. And I must say it's very pleasant of the local forestry to put one of these in so I can take a break for a couple of minutes. It's the only bench I've found so far on this walk. I'm not too out of breath. Any excuse to have a break, eh? No.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
I'm about halfway anyway, but just look at that view over the rolling county Wexford countryside, especially with this evening summer golden hour light across it. And we're coming up to the final bend before we reach the summit, and I have to show you this amazing view. Wow, just look at that. That's Mount Leinster there in the middle on the horizon, and just slightly to the left, sort of hidden by the trees, that's Brandon Hill. And we're almost within reach at the finishing line, and I don't know if you can see that there. It's the moon rising. Just there, you might have to look at it on a bigger screen of a computer or something. It may not show on a phone, but there it is, very faint but visible with my own eyes. And that's the road forward, and the sun is between the clouds there, only a little bit further left. So we reach the car park first, so once we're at the car park at the top, we just have to scramble up to the actual summit of Slievecoiltia. And it looks as if it is actually officially part of John F. Kennedy's Arboretum, and we're at the car park now. They're the opening times of the car park, and we're going to swing in that direction there, and that's where the final hiking trail is to the top of Slievecoiltia. That's it there, there's my view looking up. Oh yeah, you can see the Blackstairs Mountains now in the background, and that's the finishing line just along that green strip there. It looks like a pleasant walk towards the end of it. And here we are, people. We are finally here at the peak of Slievecoiltia at 271 meters in elevation. Other websites could list it as 268.5, but I'm going to go for the former because it's more impressive. And there's the trig point there at the top, and some information too. This is what I like, not just a trig point, but have a bit of information about where you are and what you can see in front of you. And they've even built a little wall as well. So let's see what they have here. Slievecoiltia, 1798 to 1998. I'm sure this hill has been there for a lot longer than that. Liberty, equality, fraternity. The rebels camped on Slievecoiltia from the 7th to the 10th of June. A bit more information about the officers involved there. So pause it and you can read for yourself. And there's a map of what transpired during that incident. Bit of history, Irish history there. So there's a few places there I'm familiar with or passed through, like Carnew, Gorey, Enniscorthy, Wexford, Portown. I remember that. There's a hotel there I DJ'd a wedding at a few years ago. And New Ross, which we drove through, and where I interviewed Johnny for the homeless charity. And just to the bottom left of it, you see the Hook Peninsula. And so that is it from me, Rue, here at the summit of Slievecoiltia on the Hook Peninsula in County Wexford. So thank you very much for joining me on this vlog. Have a good week, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye. Because I love the challenge.